people are pretty stupid with money. That's none of you. We're talking about other people out there, okay? All the ones that didn't come tonight, those are the ones we need to talk to, all right? But most people are pretty dumb with money, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and it just shows, just turn on the news and you'll see all the crazy things about debt and about, all of these things that people are really, really, not just creeping into, they're jumping into debt in a rapid rate, and most people just don't know how to handle money. And we can't really fault them because they didn't learn. Do we really have a platform that teaches financial education? No. Is it taught to us from when we're young, through the educational system? No. So where do we learn it from?
Our parents.
Okay, parents, hopefully, right? My parents just told me, don't spend every cent you make. That was my financial education, which, that didn't work. Okay? That was my financial education. Sometimes when I fly around, people say YouTube. Okay, all right, I'll go with it. But let's just really hit it right where it counts, and let's just say trial and error. Is that okay? Yeah. Because trial and error is where really we're gaining most of our knowledge from. And it really stinks to be on the error side, doesn't it? And it seems like errors stack up pretty rapidly, and nobody wants to be in that type of situation. So Trinot is targeting, or we're going to teach 95% of people financial education. The 5% of individuals are the wealthiest of individuals out there in the country and world, and those individuals pay people to handle their money. Right? Is that true? Right. But can 95% of people afford to pay people to handle their money? No. Not all the time. And here's what I'll tell you. The people that do handle money, the financial planner-like people of the world, do they want to spend time with the wealthy or do they want to spend time with the 95%ers? The wealthy. So you see how the system's broken. Yeah. The system is completely broken because where most people need the financial education, it's not provided, and obviously the wealthy of wealthy can obviously do and pay what they need to get it done. So we're targeting the 95% of people. Now here was my situation. Reason Trinot struck home with me is that I have been successful in my business life. Okay? I've made lots and lots and lots of money, but guess what I've done with it? Spent it. I've blown it every single time. I get a promotion, I buy a new car. I get a promotion, I move. I get a promotion, I buy a more expensive car. Right? Don't laugh at me, you do it too. Okay? And every one of us always go and we match our lifestyle to our income. Is that true?
Yes.
And that's a problem. It's a problem. And so what I loved about Trinot, and what I loved about what they're doing in this industry, is that they're properly teaching people, not just money education, but entrepreneur education, which goes hand in hand so perfectly. So I'm going to map you through this over the next few minutes, and really help you understand exactly the opportunity that you guys are staring at. The opportunity you're staring at right here in Houston, which is massive. You guys don't even understand it yet, but it's massive. But what Trinot's mission is to change the world's economy one household at a time. We're going to do that through education. And we're going to do that because as we educate family after family after family after family, we really truly believe we can alter the economy. 100%. We really believe it. And you guys can obviously help us here in the Houston and the greater Texas area. You can help us reach. We need voices. We need people that are going to really go out there and let people in on all the secrets and information that we're giving people that most people don't get or understand. Now, Trinot's been around for, we'll be celebrating our 4-year anniversary this October. When we first got started in Trinot, the company, they had a pretty kind of okay start their first couple of years. We attracted about 5,000 associates across North America in our first couple of years, which to some of you that sounds pretty respectable, but it's not that really great of a monstrous launch. In 2016, last year, we brought on 16,000 new associates just last year in 2016, which calculated into 500% revenue increase growth last year in 2016. And the reason I tell you this is because we figured a few things out in our first couple of years, like every business does. But then in 2016, our third year, boom, we had a really monstrous spike because we really now have Trinot dialed in to exactly what It is, and it's very, very, very much a very fast-growing machine right now. Like I said, we do business in North America, so U.S. and Canada. We will be going to other countries, obviously, as it makes sense, but right now, U.S. and Canada, which there's 350 million people to talk to in North America, so I don't think any of you are going to catch all of those people anytime soon. Okay? Now, we were just featured in Prosper Magazine in February of this year, and we have offices that are in Salt Lake City, our home headquarters, as well as Vancouver and Toronto that make up our North American support. All right? Now, what we do and what we teach is very simple. We teach this financial education in a 3-step model. Okay? 3. Make it simple, keep it simple. I teach very simple. You're not going to hear really educated, large words come out of my mouth. I don't go there. I love simplicity. I love it. Now, what we do is we want to help you better your current financial situation right now. Right now. Let's not talk about extra money yet. Okay? Let's just talk about what you make. Think about what you make right now, every month and every year. Right now, think about that number. And can you admit that you could probably be smarter with that number that you do make? Okay. So Trinot wants to obviously educate you and teach you on the tricks to increase that value of what you do make, regardless, now this is not my, obviously, hope, but regardless of whether you make lots of money with us, right? We want you to walk away from this Trinot experience saying, dang, they taught me some really valuable things that got my life straightened out and got my financial situation squared away. Okay? So, the very first step, we utilize what we call our core. Our core is a monthly offering that consists of 7 different services within it. Now, the first one here is called the OneView. Now, the OneView is a software that takes all your financial data and it pulls it together into one location. So think about your bank accounts, your credit cards, your loans, your investments, anything you have money related. We have 16,000 hooks that can go grab information from institutions out there, right? So we can now go and link all your data together into one dashboard where you can really have simple, easy access to see what's coming in and what's going out. Now, all of us love technology, correct? Yes. But when was the last time any of you, and some of you that are younger, have ever watched anyone balance a checkbook? Okay? Some of you are like, what is that? I get it, okay? I watched my mom balance a checkbook my entire life, but in today's technology-driven world, we live in a swipe, 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 I'll log in a couple of weeks and see how everything's looking. That true? Yeah. And we don't really pay that close attention to exactly where our money is going. Obviously, we're consciously swiping, but you don't really assess where you're at. It's just swipe, 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 swipe. Hopefully I make enough to pay it off. I don't. Okay. Keep swiping. Right? So the OneView is designed to really start to show you your habits of spending. So it's going to start categorizing everything out to really show you where you tend to spend most of your money. Now, when you turn on this service, the last 90 days of your financial history are going to pull up right in front of your face. So it's going to quickly be a pleasant moment, or it could be quite a slap in the face, right? I didn't say it, you did, right? It could be something that really puts you a little bit on your heels and you're like, wow, hold on, I didn't even understand or think it was, that situation. Now, when this gets turned on, we see a couple of things. Number one, we see people that are shocked and floored and blown away by the amount of money they spend on food. Okay? Food is big. Food is big. I had a 19-year-old that joined Trinot, turned on his OneView, $2,500 he realized he spent in food as a 19-year-old. He makes $60,000 a year, which kudos to him, right? As a 19, he makes really, really good money. Half of it gets spent on food. Now, let me tell you about my buddy, okay? The next month, we don't do anything, hardcore. We're not like yelling at him like, that's bad, you're dumb. What are you doing? We didn't do that. He obviously realized that himself. 30 days later, okay, month 2, he only spent $1,700 on food. Only because we showed him what a problem looked like, he processed it and assessed it himself, and he decided to make better decisions with his money. End of story. That's it. Okay? Another one that people are shocked and floored blown away, floored by, is the amount of money they spend on coffee.
Yes. Starbucks.
Okay? Not on coffee. Well, I get it. You got car payments coming out to Starbucks every single All right? I know. I get it. Okay? So, those things just start to become really right on the front of your brain, and we can help you just start to make decisions that can better your situation without really altering too much of your lifestyle. It's just thinking a little bit differently, and we can make drastic amounts of difference in your life just with that software and an app on your phone. Right? Service number 2 is Ternat Defend, which is identity theft protection. Okay? Do you guys think that identity theft is going to slow down or speed up? It's going to speed up. Obviously, I mean, look, if Target can have data breaches, why are you not susceptible to having somebody take your stuff, right? So we're going to provide you insurance for your identity. So you guys have heard of LifeLock, I would imagine. Okay, we do everything that LifeLock does. So we're going to monitor, protect, and insure your identity for you. And we're going to fight it, and we'll make sure, and we'll monitor it all for you because we don't want you to get into a bind. Because if you get your identity stolen, can it mess your credit up? Can it take money out of your account? Yeah, like all these things, it can put you in a tailspin, and sometimes if it's bad enough, it can rock your world very negatively, all right? And so we want to just prevent all of that because your identity means a lot to your financial profile, and we want to make sure we keep that intact, all right? Next one is TaxBot. This is one of my favorites. One of the biggest advantages to owning a business is what? Tax write-offs. Okay. Our tax write-offs are going to go up or down in our country over time. They're going to go up. Okay? They're going to go up. So, let me ask you another question. Just reality check. Our income's going up or down? Down. Okay. Can we just be like glass half full? Let's say the same. Right? Now, I understand that some industries, they're going down. But let's not be totally depressed here tonight. Okay? Let's say they stay the same. So if taxes are increasing, cost of life is increasing, and incomes are staying the same, you are in carbon monoxide financial poisoning. Seriously, it's just a slow, painful, I can't catch up, I can't keep up, and people are wondering why the retirement game is changing. It's because all of these circumstances around us, the game of, our grandparents' years and those games 30, 40, 50 years ago, they're gone, they're over. So you have to get proactive. And as I fly around and I start yelling at people like I'm about to do to you, I'm telling you right now, you have to start a business. You've got to start a business in order to maximize and beat the game. You have to. You are not going to be able to just have a job and beat the game. You're going to have to start a business. Now, when I started at 21 years old, I launched my very first business. No one sat me down and taught me what a write-off was and what to track and save this and save that and log this and log that. No one taught me anything. So I went and filed my first year's taxes. I sat down with my accountant, and my accountant goes, "What's your expenses?" And I was like, "A lot." He goes, I can't write that on your tax return. We have to detail this out. You got to tell me what your expenses are. And I totally got baptized by fire in business ownership. Because I literally had a rude awakening because nobody held my hand and said, here's how you properly maximize a business. Here's how you properly monetize a business. Here's how you properly do all these things. No one taught me. So guess what Ternat's going to do? We're going to teach you to launch a business. When you start Ternat, what are you doing? You're starting a business. So we're going to utilize that business and show you how to maximize it. And we're going to do it and make it simple for you by giving you an app called TaxBot, which is awesome because every single time that you get into your car and you start driving, it's going to GPS your trip for you. Okay? So now, AT&T's really sucking in here. All right. So when you now get done driving, it's going to alert you. Was that a business trip or a personal trip? Now, how many of you are single in this room? Okay, it's okay to admit it. Any of you on Tinder? Okay. So, I've been married 15 years, long before that app ever was created. But the problem, what I understand is that if it's a personal trip, you swipe left, right? And if it's a business trip, you swipe right. And every single time your business trip gets logged, your deduction on your home screen goes up right there on the front page, or the front of your screen. Now, you want that number to get as high as it can possibly get before the end of the year. Do you understand that? Yes. The more write-offs that you have, the bigger refund check you're going to get. Yeah. If you're a business owner, the more write-offs you have, the less tax you pay. Now, is there anyone in this room that wants to pay more taxes than they legally should? No one ever raises their hand to that question, ever. But do you want me to give you something? Tell you something? 84% of Americans overpay on taxes. So almost every one of you in this room are currently right now overpaying on taxes, and you have to get a business yesterday. Yesterday, okay? So now this app will also allow you to snap photos of your receipts. Okay, how many of you hate saving receipts, shoe boxes, folders full of receipts? Okay, a month, two before tax time, it's a nightmare because you're trying to really account for everything and label and remember everything. Well, this app every day is you're just spending money or doing what you do for your business. Snap a photo of the receipt, upload it, categorizes it, your number goes up. Okay, so it literally keeps it all organized for you all year long. And at the end of the year, you just hit a little reports button and you send that report to your accountant and you're done. Okay? And everything's logged and taken care of for you. So our mission is to teach you how to not overpay on taxes. Okay? Average savings we provide a family, average, is $300 a month in tax savings. That's $300. Okay? All right, next is credit services. Oh, this one's lovely. Do you think most people have challenge credit or great credit? Challenge. Average credit score in this country is 599. Who wins when credit scores are 599? The banks do. Okay? The banks do. Now go to downtown Houston, go to downtown of any major metropolitan city that you want to go into. Who has the largest, sexiest buildings in every downtown area? The banks do. Guys, they don't need any more money. We're trying to stick it to them. Honestly, they do not. People do not and should not pay 10, 15, 20% interest for car loans. They shouldn't. But the banks say, okay, yeah, we'll give you a loan for that car, but you're going to pay 15% for it, and you have no choice because you have to have a car, so you just take it. Okay? So what happens if we can rapidly increase your credit score to where you could walk into the bank and you could say, look, check my score, I want to refinance my car loan. I want to take my 10% loan down to 4%, 3%, right? 5%. Would that save families money? Yes. We do it all day long. All day long. Okay? Is there a couple of people in this room that have had their credit scores pretty drastically impacted so far by Trinot? Okay? Go ahead and share what your story is so far. What's your name, by the way? Milano. Okay.
Well, I basically only sent my application just about maybe a month ago.
Okay, perfect.
And I've been getting emails and stuff, and right now I'm up to about 20 points.
Okay, 20 points in a month. Okay, that's pretty good, right? Yeah. It's not bad, right? Go ahead, Mr. Deere.
So I've been on it for about 6 months now. I had Lexington Law Firm for about 7 months. Didn't really see a whole lot of change. They've deleted 5 things off my report permanently. My scores went up about 80, 90 points across all 3 bureaus. And I'm starting to get emails from different companies asking me to be a credit card customer.
Absolutely, you will, of course. But isn't it fun to have options? It's fun to have people want your money. That's kind of a fun feeling, right? Now, let me tell you my quick story. I had a 750 credit score when I came into Trinot, which I feel very proud of, right? I've been able to preserve my credit my whole entire business life, which I feel proud of. But when I came into Trinot, I've always been, 720, 750. That's just where I've always hovered in. And I've never been able to get over that hump. So I get involved in Trinot. I submit my profile in. And they go to town. They start working on my stuff. And I get on the phone with them. And she starts telling me, okay, great. Well, you don't have a bad report. Nothing's negative. There's nothing derogatory on your report. It's just very dirty. And I go, what does that mean? She goes, well, is your house dirty? Or do you like your house dirty? I'm like, no, I like it clean. She's like, that's how I look at your credit report. It's just dirty. To a professional, this is a dirty report, and I want to make it clean. Is that okay with you? I said, yeah, of course. What are you going to do? And she goes, there's the first thing I'm going to do right here, and I'm going to go remove all these, bless you, 6 old addresses off your credit report of places that you used to live. And I go, why does that matter, right? And she goes, well, little do you know, if you have an address on your report, somebody lives at one of your old addresses that has a worse credit score than you, those addresses link on the credit bureaus and it pulls your score down because of their horrible credit. Right? And then she goes, and also, you have, right, your name's Craig Cotter, right? I said, yes. She goes, well, is it Craig R. Cotter or Craig Cotter? I was like, well, both. She goes, is it Craig Kotler? Because you got a Craig Kotler on your report too. I'm like, no, that's not me. She goes, well, guess what? We're going to now make it one because little do you know, and it can be just little points here and there, right? But she just, boom, she got my, those names all synced up. She got those creditors or those addresses removed, and my credit score went to 830.
Wow.
Okay? So those are the types of stories that we have. We get results. Period. End of story. Hands down. We get results. And we're going to help you grow your credit score. Another one of my friends up in Utah, he increased his credit score 150 points.
Wow.
150 points. He refinanced his car and his mortgage and saved $700 a month.
Wow. Awesome.
Guys, I could go on and on and on. Everyone needs this. Everyone needs this. And because you need professionals, you need outlets of individuals that you can pick up the phone and call and get this assistance and get this help from things that are so confusing out there to the public, and that's why people just deal with bad credit because they don't know how to deal with it.
So true.
Right? Now, next one is legal and tax. We're going to provide you an attorney and an accountant that you can also pick up the phone and call and consult with to get legal advice, legal answers to questions, contracts looked at, phone calls sent or phone calls done for you, letters sent to people that owe you money, whatever. Okay? We can do all that. Our attorneys will do all that for you. They'll also consult with you to make sure you're properly set up with LLCs or corporations, things like that, to lower your what? Tax liabilities, right? So they're going to consult with you to make sure you're properly set up. Our accountants are going to prepare your taxes for you. So just by being involved in Trinot, you now are going to have professionals that are going to oversee, make sure you're taking care of, writing things off, your planning and strategy is accurate, and making sure that you do not pay over what you should. Okay? Now, to get your taxes done by us, you just have to be active with our company for 6 months of the year. That's it. Okay? Now you're going to be active for 12, but at least 6. Okay? Now, if Trinot Legal sets up your corporation for you or your LLC, we'll also include your business filing as well, included in that as well.
Nice.
Okay? It's pretty cool. That's hundreds of dollars, if not low thousands of dollars you'll save just in having individuals that know what they're doing your taxes for you. Next is Trinot Health. You now can video chat a doctor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and get diagnosed over your phone. So we're trying to save people money on healthcare costs, office visits, Instacare, all of those things. And now literally, you just video chat a doctor, open up your daggone mouth, right? You got white spots on your tonsils, okay. And all that now they'll do, they'll GPS your nearest pharmacy, and they'll send your prescription right to the pharmacy that's closest to you at the time of the call.
Wow. Awesome.
Is that crazy? Okay? So that's another service. So guys, these services are all designed to save you money in some way, shape, or form. Now, this monthly membership is $125 a month. If you are not utilizing the services, you will balk on value. If you utilize the services, no one balks on value ever. Right? If we're saving you money, $300 on average on taxes, are you balking over $125 a month to get that? No. If we're saving you, like my friend Nolan, who saved $800 with our software on realizing he eats out too much, okay? Do you think he balks over value? Absolutely not. Okay? Do you think my buddy who raised his credit score, which by the way is just in and of itself really cool to get your credit score to go up 150 points, but then he goes into the banks and refinances his cars and his loan and his mortgage and saves $700 a month, is he ever going to balk over $125 of value? No. So get in and utilize these services to every degree you can to maximize your potential with it. It's powerful stuff. Okay? Next one is we have also, okay, we have outlets and options for people to save money on their healthcare costs. Okay, healthcare costs. And I'd just like Mr. Kurt Chalfort, would you just share your story really quickly of how our cost sharing program worked for you?
Yeah, it's been a blessing. Back just in January 2017, Blue Cross Blue Shield raised our insurance. Now, we're business owners, so we had to get our own insurance through Blue Cross. We went out and just got major medical insurance, with a $10,000 deductible, thinking, hey, we're going to get the lowest cost ever. Well, our insurance went up to $1,300 in January. And we said, cancel that, please. And then Trinot came through with his medical cost share, and with the $100,000 or the 100% coverage with the $1 million per incident, we're only, for a family of 4, we're only paying $449. That's over $800 a month in savings. So you talk about happy.
Okay? So those options and the outlets are out there for you, okay, that we will supply you connections to that can save you even more money in addition to the core services that I've already mentioned to you. Okay? Now, you want to also take advantage of step 2 of our process, which is we're going to line you up and match you with a wealth coach. Okay? A wealth coach is an individual, okay, that is going to help you maximize the money that we just helped you save by using the core. Now, let me tell you what humanly, habitually, you will do if we go and save you $300 a month. What are you going to do to it? You're going to spend it on food. Okay? So now people, if we save them money, they're already thinking about where they can spend it. True? So what Trinot wants to do is we want to show you how to take that $300 a month and grow it for your future. Raise your hand if you want to retire one day. Okay, I think everybody does. Now raise your hand if you want to retire sooner than later. And again, everyone will raise their hand. Well, okay, first of all, most people have zero clue about the outlook of their retirement. True? True. Okay, are most people pretty confident about their retirement and what that's going to look like in the upcoming years? No, people are pretty nervous about it. Is that true? Okay, well, what's the number one reason right now people don't save money? Because they feel like their lifestyle can't support a savings account. Is that true? People spend every cent that they make. So Trinot's going to debunk that, and we are going to literally come in, and we're going to line you up with a wealth coach. The wealth coach is going to show you how the core can start to save you money, and then we're going to take that money and show you what we can do with it, okay, safely, securely, where you'll never lose, but you'll start to grow for your future. Okay? Now, Trinot did this for me, and I was a walking billboard because I had zero retirement when I came into Trinot. Zero. None. Now, that was obviously not smart. I'm 36 years old. Okay? I was 35 years old when I joined Trinot. So, I'm 36 years old, I have zero retirement, 3 kids, beautiful wife, a family, and they are hosed if anything happens to me. Okay? So I meet with one of our licensed agents, and I get my CNA done, confidential needs analysis, and we start talking about what my goals are, right? How much money I want to have, when I want to have it, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And guys, I'm telling you right now, what Trinot was able to do for me, if I just am conservatively living and conservatively doing what I need to do, by the time I'm 65 years old, I'll be able to live on $190,000 a year of tax-free income.
Wow.
190 grand a year. Okay? Now, what if I want to speed up that 65-year-old age to 45? Guess what the only way to do that is?
Put more money?
Make more money. Make more money. Which, step 3 of Trinot is make as much money as you possibly can.